When we were last on the Hypermine server, which was ages ago, blimey, excuse me. We did a whole bunch. Whoop. Give it a moment. We did a whole bunch of subtle lighting around the area. What was that it? I don't know if we did subtle light. Oh, it's still a bit jittery. Hang on. Give it a moment to load in. I think that's sorted. Perfect. We've done a bunch of subtle lighting around the area. You know, hiding those tiny little lights in the floor here. And then we also did a whole bunch of lampposts. Plopped them around the area. Not in this area. We haven't done this area yet, but heading over to the games district. Wait for it. I should have taken cargo. This road is longer than I remembered. Over there. Over to the games district. We put all these fancy lampposts up. Hello, Winona. Winona, you deserve a treat. For waiting for so long, you deserve a treat. Good girl. We love Winona. Lampposts. Yummy. Unless you meant the live animal and not the meat, in which case, cute. Oops. Liz has been on a steady Minecraft phase for the past 2 months. Way! I'm still firmly in the, enjoying of Hytale phase. But I haven't played on the Hypermine server for a while. I know a lot of you guys do love Minecraft. So I figured we'll do a bit of Hypermine. Don't want to do all the same thing all the time. You know, years from now, when I can stream 5 days a week, I have said I want 1 guaranteed Hypermine stream a week. Would be a brilliant goal. A nice end goal to have. Jelly also on a steady Warframe phase. Let's go farming. Let's do our farm and talk. Farm and yap. What have been my phases recently? Hytale, obviously, when that came out, I just played that non-stop. Elder Scrolls Online, getting ready for the new update coming soon. In a few days' time, we'll have the Tamriel Tomes releasing. I'm excited for that. And Starfield as well is getting a free update to the base game, and its 2nd expansion. I'm looking forward to it. I've spent the last few days updating one of the mods I've published, Creation Loot. I enjoyed the new Trackers Alliance stuff that they added. That's been fun. Very fun. Yeah, I'm one of those few weirdos you'll find that enjoy Starfield. It's good. I like it. It's fun. I can't remember if we did this on stream. I replaced... If I did or didn't, for those that missed it, I replaced that hole in the ground with a copper grate, because that looks cute. You can see the water underneath it still. And some raised lanterns, because I noticed the iron golems were jumping over them and trampling the crops. So I just wanted to prevent that a little bit. Bethesda seems to be cooking. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. It's no secret I've been part of a meeting with regards to we're part of UESP getting Lorana into the Elder Scrolls 6, and I very much agree with UESP's statement of, we had the meeting, it's under NDA, but we are very, very, very happy with all the discussions that we had. So I'm looking forward to the future as well. Are the lanterns grow lights? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. These are just copper lanterns. I've seen Creation Engine for Elder Scrolls 6, yes. Creation Engine 3, specifically. Yes, that's good. If they ever moved away from Creation Engine, or some version of the Creation Engine, give it a different name as long as it works the same, that's good. It has its jank, but if they moved to, say, Unity, or to, God forbid, Unreal, then the Elder Scrolls as we know it would not be possible. Creation Engine has its jank, but we need it. We need it, especially for... It's so friendly for modders as well. It's good. So I never want them to move away from Creation Engine. I thought Creation Engine 2 was already a massive step up. Like, we can... Using Starfield's technology of actual planets revolving around, we can have an actual moon, double moon cycle. And that's fun. We could even have the stars be accurately simulated and not just a JPEG in the sky. What would it achieve? Nothing really. A JPEG would do the job just fine. And in fact, for most of the stars, a JPEG would probably be better, since they are holes torn in reality into Ethereus. But at least the moons could be actual moony boys. You love the look of Creation Engine 2. It's funny they made an engine for one game and a new iteration. That's the thing though, they are iterations. They didn't throw out the original Creation Engine. Didn't throw out Creation Engine 2. They're just iterating on it. Oh, back to Minecraft briefly. The game we are playing. You might notice I've removed the pixely resource pack. It is still my favorite resource pack. Don't get me wrong. Weirdly, it hasn't been updated since December. And it used to be monthly or twice a month updates. I'm not sure what's going on there. I hope the developer of it is doing okay. But partially due to its incomplete state, and partially because I wanted to rein in some of my visual mods a little bit, I've removed it for now. I guess you could say it's in preparation of vibrant visuals. I'm still looking forward to that. Right. Careful, Iron Golem. I don't want to hit you. And I especially don't want Winona attacking you. Because then you'll attack Winona. And then I'll cry. Give me sticks. Oh. Oh yes, since we've last played, the server's updated. We're on We're on spear version. We are not on the update that added nothing but babies. But we have got spears and everything from that previous drop. You love Creation Engine, but having to debug Skyrim spells in Fallout 4 does haunt you. It's even like that in... Well, no, it's not even debugging Skyrim things. In Starfield... So a lot of the foundations... Obviously, Creation Engine, as we know it, began with Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls 3. But a lot of the big things in Creation Engine these days came from Oblivion. And there are still things in Starfield that have the prefix TES4, because it's still based on that Oblivion version. Oh, silly. I love the Elder Scrolls. And Starfield's neat too. Get the baby update. We will. We're preparing for it. I think the main thing we were waiting on is for some of the server-side mods to update. Simple voice chat being one of them. What are the others? Simple voice chat, one of those replay mods, I forgot what the main one now is called. Because people for YouTube use that. I don't use it, but some people use it. So we were waiting on that one. And some data packs if they need it. Right, let's recreate that picture we just commissioned. Ow. 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 That hurts. That hurts. If you look at it, Gamebryo Creation is the oldest engine, beating out Unreal Engine, and things like Frostbite. Even id switched languages, like 2005. Ooh. Fascinating. Oh. Excuse me. I don't remember this being pink. When did this turn pink? Right, let's grab all of the thingies that we can sell. Get our emeralds. We're gonna be rich. What the heck? Why is there string on you? Why is there string on all of you? Did someone do a silly prank to try and prevent interacting with them, or is this like an actual thing? Is this to keep them safe or something? You want sticks, you want paper. Yes. Oh, I forgot to put the sticks back in. There we go. All sorted. I do have a plan for today. I want to add in some more lampposts, because there's an area I found that's quite dim at night, because it's just for subtle lighting when it shouldn't be. And also start working on another house. Would be brilliant. Time for another solo boss attempt. Good luck, Jelios. Good luck. The seeds we can... Ooh, there you go. The seeds we can shove in the composter. The carrots are to be turned into golden carrots. Someone's taken some from here. This one was full. go, now it's full again. I don't know how much gold we have. Maybe we should head to the gold farm. Oh, that's pretty. Hallelujah. Come on, cargo, over to the nether we go. This way. I was tempted to remove the shaders as well, but then I remembered that holding out a lamp in vanilla doesn't light up the surrounding area. Oh, Mojang, you're missing out on so many easy wins. So many. My hot take. It may not be a hot take, it may be a lukewarm take. I'm not really impressed. Oh, I guess satisfied is the word I should use. I'm not really satisfied with the current... What was it called? The latest Minecraft drop. With all the babies. Baby Mania. What was it called? Tiny Takeover, that was it. I'm not really impressed with Tiny Takeover. Reason being... It hasn't added much. It hasn't added much. Gold! I'm gonna nick that. It's added, the new baby mob models, of course. But in terms of actual new features, it added a golden dandelion. And that's basically it. Some new crafting recipes for existing blocks, which is nice, but it didn't really add anything new, which is my main disappointment with it. Especially when there are so many easy wins. As I mentioned, hold out a torch, hold out a light source. It should light up the surrounding area. The end update, of course, is a big one. Fletching table. Mixed them up. Fletching table functionality. I don't know why they seem so hesitant to add some of the things. Anyway, we got 11 golden carrots overall. Did we? Did we only get 11? Had I eaten that many golden carrots? Or did I drop them on the floor and they're still over there? Did I drop some golden carrots on the floor? That seems like way too few. You've been quite impressed with the state of Minecraft render distance mods, yeah. Switch to Voxy. Voxy... When it comes to distant terrain mods, what we're using on the server at the moment is Distant Horizons. Personally, I'm not really fussed whether we go with Distant Horizons or Voxy, or whichever, in terms of the quality. Because it looks good, until you use a spyglass. That's Oni's base. Several hundred chunks away. You know, closer up, it looks a bit nicer. I'm not really too fussed between Distant Horizons and Voxy. The only reason I'm with Distant Horizons at the moment is that's the only one that has server support. And the biggest problem I had with Distant Horizons before we added it onto the server was... Well, of course we're not going to see it, are we? Was massive holes in the terrain for where I haven't been, like... Oh, that's water. I was going to say like that, but no, that's water. I didn't like unexplored chunks not being included in the distant terrain. That's the big thing. So if Voxy is overall better, and at Hypermine we swap over to Voxy, then I'll gladly swap over. I know Oni has swapped over to Voxy because they've been running into issues with Distant Horizons. I just want the distant terrain, and I want it to look good, and not have giant holes in. I'm not too fussed about the specifics otherwise. You find the holes quite useful to find ancient cities. Fair, I guess. Also, Liz, I suck at tone indicators. What's HJ? Because let me tell you, the first thing that comes to my mind is not what it should be. Half joking, of course it is. So it's not hand job. Okay. That makes so much more sense. I would love to see Minecraft add actual distant terrain. So, you know, we can raise it up to 32. Servers don't support 32. I think servers can only go up to 16 at most. You can put it to 32, but the server won't render out that far. You have to explore 32 chunks yourself for it to render in. I'd love to see distant terrain. Same way I'd love shadows. And that's why I'm looking forward to vibrant visuals. But distant terrain is a big thing that I feel like Mojang are a bit too scared of. I find holes quite useful. / hand job. Oh dear. I have to be honest, I believe tone indicators as they exist need work. They need work. There was one streamer I watched who, you know that typical oh, you're so stinky kind of, you're a big, you're a big stinker in a silly, sort of affectionate way, right? Like, you're just a silly little stinky boy. Like, that kind of thing. Like, we're known as a stinky little girl. There was someone that made a comment sort of like that. And they used /S for sarcasm. The streamer didn't take it that way, because it was an unprompted comment. It wasn't going along with the vibe. So it was just something like, you're really stinky /S. No. It wasn't /S. It was /POS. They wanted to do /positive. They wanted to say, you're stinky, positive. They did /POS. The streamer took it as, you're stinky, piece of shit. And banned them. Oh, streamer, no! That's not what they meant. So they need work. They need work. when it just further confuses things. Where did I put my brick walls? There they are. What did we go? We went with spruce for lampposts and things. Oh dear, oh dear. Get a few chains as well. I'm gonna need some more spruce fences. Fences? Yeah, fences. Where have I put my spruce? Down here. Because we're gonna get loads of spruce eventually. Get my sticks out of my purse. Everyone should keep their sticks in their purse. That's the best place for them. There we go. And we should get some more, I'll just bring some logs with me. The snooze! I am not removing that bee ever. That bee is just staying now. I'm a little stinky. Slash pause. Wow. Oh my god, yes. SRS is another one where I never read it correctly. Anyway, let's go back to your paragraph and a half. I say that jokingly. I've said for the last 10 years that's a paragraph and a half, but I love reading them. Someone who builds a lot. The thing I want updated the most right now is for Mojang to bring some older block families up to modern standards. Cough, cough, andesite, granite, diorite, calcite. Yes! Another easy win. The textures are basically already there. I don't believe when turning, like, cobblestone into stairs, it comes with its own unique textures. I may be wrong. Anyway, this was the section I was talking about. There's all this subtle lighting in the area, but it just feels too dark at night. Oh, we need podzol over here as well. I forgot about that. We need podzol underneath the slabs, our campfire slabs. And under this. Should that be podzol? What's on this side? On this side is going to be, oh, it's grass there. Maybe we could do podzol under the bridge as well. But it feels too spooky at night to walk to our nice little village. So let's light it up with some lampposts. No, you died in the final stage. Ah, you'll get it, Jellios. You'll get it. There we go. Looks a little bit nicer. My main concern is just from this side, does the podzol look a bit weird? Not particularly. I could just replace it with sand. Then it might look a bit weird on this side. I can just put a sand block in there. Yeah, if I don't like it from a side-on perspective, I'll just put sand there. Oops. Wait, that's the wrong key. I wanted to, You know another thing Minecraft should add? Mantling. I'm too used to it. In Hytale, you can jump 2 blocks high. You can make this jump in Hytale. And you can make a 4-block jump by mantling. Give me my mantling. Nah, I think that goes against... That goes against how Minecraft has been for the longest time, so I don't see them ever doing that. Which is very fair. That's a fair one that they can not do. I would love to see vertical slabs, you know? We've been asking for it for most of Minecraft's life. Hightail got it right. There's a lot of little things from Hytale that I'm a big enjoyer of. Oh. Proximity chat is another one that Mojang wouldn't do, but Hytale has. In the latest update, they added proximity chat. Wow, that's so cool. But imagine going on a Hypixel server. Imagine doing a parkour course online and... Oh dear. That would be hell. Come on. Come on. Place it in. There we go. You're against mantling simply because climbing insane huge mountain from real life in Minecraft VR videos would be less interesting. That's fair. Has that been... No, I destroyed one block on the other side. It's very fragile work. Placing the blocks underneath this. Oop. I opened my bridge. Can't have that. There we go. Let's do the rest. Let's do the rest. I didn't want to go and... I didn't want to go and put lampposts along here because I feel like that's a bit too close to other people's buildings. But I'll put in podzol. I'll gladly put in podzol. Where is Winona? Have you guys seen Winona? Winona! Where have you gone? I didn't make her sit anywhere. Winona! Winona! Why do you always want to commandeer vehicles? First the minecart, now the boat. Come on. There we go. Goodness gracious. Come on. Silly wolf. Winona yearns for War Thunder. Winona, are you gonna leak more classified documents? That's the best thing that's come out of War Thunder. So say the enemy militaries. God, Minecraft is cozy though. Of all the criticisms I have of Minecraft, it's still cozy. It's still a very nice, cozy game. The music is great. I'm glad they finally let music actually play. Remember the years when we would have 10 minutes of silence? One song? And then 10 more minutes of silence. That's genuinely the main reason why most people play their own music. Woohoo, Mark! Thank you so much for the subscription. 18 months. 18 months. Wowie. Wowie, wowie. You're late? No, you're fine. You're fine. Whoop. Thank you so much for the continued support and enjoy your emotes. Another secret little benefit of this stream. I was about to lose my 2 bonus emote slots. You get 2 bonus emote slots by using Twitch's alerts program, but you need to actively use it, and of course when you're not streaming, you're not actively losing it. So we almost lost, what emotes did we put in there? We almost lost 2 emotes. But phew, saved it. Phew-wee. New War Thunder updates are a bit too much for your taste. Do you prefer seeing tanks get blown up? Do love a good explosion. We love an explosion. Right, as for sunsets, we can kind of see how it feels. We have these, you know, hidden lighting things that we set up. So enemy mobs cannot spawn. This is all mob proof. You have to go up here for mobs to start spawning in these blocks. They're not going to be wandering down onto the pathway. So it is mob proof. The problem is it doesn't feel safe. If you were walking along here, you'd feel like you're about to get mugged. So let's put some lampposts down. Same thing as we did towards the Games District. Just several lampposts to brighten up the road. It will also highlight the road a lot more from a distance. You know how I keep bringing up, you know, everything is mob-proof. Right there is mob-proof, but your eye is drawn to the well-lit areas. We want something like that. And hey, some of it can be really simple as just putting a lantern on some of these fences. Let's get the scaffolding. I think this one could just be a simple, pure fence. Pure fence. Is that? That's bonkable. I don't like that. I don't want it to be bonkable. That's the technical term for it. Ow. But now that looks a bit too high, so I'm not going to do the fences. I'm going to do slabs. There we go. And the trees are growing into it. It works. In the last beta, they added post-mortem tremors to be realistic. Bethesda, going back to Bethesda, they got the physics on that perfect straight away. Seeing those ragdolls twitch everywhere. Alright, this one, if I can place it, this one can be pure fence. suppose we have a bit of a problem with these trees being very low down. Ah, I want it. This is awkward. Oh no, I did want it to be the other way. Did I? Because that also looks decent. No, that looks too forward heavy. I was, oh. I was right the first time. I want it facing that way. One day I'll get used to scaffolding. That day is not today. You've been described as bonkable before, but you're not sure it meant the same thing. Yes. I see your point. Oh, look at that. We're gonna have some ads coming in a moment. So as always, if you're not subscribed, I really do appreciate you guys sticking through them. Supports the channel, gets rid of the pre-rolls. Much appreciated. You guys are amazing. Tall lamppost? Because the problem is, I don't want to put it here, because it looks like it connects. And that just looks weird to me. I don't want it connecting. So we'll have a tall lamppost. Oh, let's have a tall one and chains. And we go pure slab on this one. Slab. Slab. Chain. Chain. Is that that's too low? Just for one chain will do. And we got a 1 minute restart warning. Ah! The server's going down. There we go, one tall lamppost. Just a quirk of the land. You don't want ads, neither do I. But I do want money. But nah, there has to be ads, on Twitch. Unfortunately. I have no option to do no ads. So doing it this way is the least inconvenient way of doing it. Oh, there goes the server. Whee! I'll give it a moment. You'd like Twitch to tell you what part of living in Europe makes them think you have a target audience for Mormon ads. Oh, that was quick. Nice. I'll have a sip of water as well. Let the chunks load in. Get everyone back in from the ads. Num 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 num. Literally the only use I have of being able to stick my tongue out is just to illustrate that I've had a drink. I don't know when I could ever stick my tongue out as a natural thing. When does it ever work? Oh, that colour looks wrong. There we go, that looks better. Wahey! You've given up on scaffolding and use carpets instead nowadays. If I stopped using scaffolding, I would just go back to using dirt. I've always used dirt. But I figured scaffolding exists. It is a little bit more convenient than dirt, it's just I can't wrap my head around how to place it. And it's weird, and you get those, you know, ladder bumps where you're bouncing up and down and, while holding crouch in space, and it's weird. And it's scary. I don't like it. The Church of Mormon needs to expand. A special brand of crazy doesn't deserve to stay in the US. I think it does. I think it does. I think there are quite a few things that can stay in the United States. Ah, leaf. Ta-da! Connecting. How does this look? Does that look weird from beneath? It kind of does. Why don't we do that, and on top, do that. A nice chunky one. A chunky one. The smoke goes on a rampage. A skeleton, a Volkesh, a Wamasu, still 106 out of 123. I think I added one monster to it. For your sake, I hope I'm misremembering. But wasn't it 122 before? So we have a chunky one there, and then a slim one here. Next one can be, just right here. It's gonna have to go across here, which, that's gonna make it bonkable, though. This is bonkable now. But if I move it over one, then it connects to the tree and looks weird and bad. So I'm gonna need the base to go there instead. Yeah, just fences will do there. I did what? I added to your suffering? Mayhaps. This one can be... slab and stair again, just same style. Spidoosh. Oh, 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 oh. Shelf. This is the last brick wall. Oh, I do like that lantern there, though. I need something in between here. I could move that lantern over onto that one. Yes, here's what I'll do. Remove that fence. Move it over here so it's still a little triple. And then we have one on the right. Nice. Next one. That was my doing, wasn't it? That looks like my doing. Oh, that one connects to that tree. Let's trim these properly. Got it. Goodness me, someone's been at these trees. Probably me. It needs a trimming, but I don't know where from. I could just recreate one of the trees, couldn't I? Get some cherry logs, fill that hole, have it going off to the side. I think that might be a better option. But we got rid of the birch leaves, got rid of the birch. Which was a bit too out of place. There. Because again, I just don't like the walls and fences connecting to nearby blocks if it's a lamppost. And it's not much of a lamppost. That one high up. It could go down one. I suppose it could go down one. Nah, I like it high up. I changed my mind. I am but a fickle being. Boop and boop. Ba ba ba. Brick. We need more bricks. Need more bricks. How many of these am I gonna make? Let's think. 1, 2, somewhere over here. 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6. Brick walls will be enough. There's something about this song. It feels like a getting ready song. Getting ready for adventure. Or maybe you're on a long walk and you're just at the beginning of it. Things are looking up. You've got a big journey ahead of you, and you're prepared. Now, obviously, bricks are in the sand section. What are bricks but fancy sand? What is brick but clay? What is clay but fancy sand? To the chisel. Stone cutter, that's it. That's what it's called. Give you some lava. Thank you very much. I'm still so pleased with this forge design. I'm so proud of it. Of all of the designs that I copy and paste into my worlds, this forge is my favorite. This windmill is also one, but I'm not going to rebuild it in the next world. Next time we play a Minecraft world, If Hypermine ever resets, if we get kicked out of Hypermine and have to go groveling to Hermitcraft or some other tiny community nobody's heard of, then then I won't do the windmill. I think that served its time. I can come up with a new design. I will do the forge. I'm so proud of that forge. Every world is getting the forge. Oni! Look who's finally online. God, I haven't seen Oni playing in months. That's a face we haven't seen in a while. Mm-hmm. So glad MCC did a Hermitcraft edition. I have never seen MCC as Minecraft Champions, right? You freaking live here. Well, now I do too, okay? Is MCC something that I should be getting into? I missed. I want a chain on this one. Feel like it's in its twilight days. Perfect time to get into it then, eh? Just noticing a couple of tiny little warnings I'm getting on OBS, just occasionally. If there are any issues with the stream, let me know. I have fiddled with the settings just a tiny bit. And I think I'll just reduce one of them down just a touch more. You know what? We've had so many lampposts. Boom. Lantern on a pillar. No need to get fancy. But MCC has got like PvP. I think it's got some parkour championships. That's my understanding of it. Yeah, let's just shove that on the back. Or would it look better up one? Does that look better? Where did it go? Oh, it's on top. Back on the scaffold. I'll do the original design, and like what I was saying with some of the others, with some of the other lampposts, I'll just come back to it at a later date, and if it looks wrong, then I'll change it. But I'll need to come back with a fresh pair of eyes. Look at this! This is so much more cozy and welcoming. It feels like a nice little walk beneath the trees. When before it was a kind of spooky trip through the darkness. And the path ahead is well lit. You know where to go. No chance of you going off the beaten track. Excellent. Good, good. It's a small thing, but it's our thing. It's lost a lot of its aura. The only name I know in that is Dream, that you've mentioned. a person who, like many other YouTubers, I have not watched. If you name someone on YouTube who is very popular, I probably haven't watched them. And I don't have I have many reasons why, I just don't. The things I'm into don't tend to be the popular things. Mr. Beast, Markiplier. I haven't watched Mr. Beast ever. I only watch Markiplier when he does Five Nights at Freddy's. Is that weird? I've also never played Five Nights at Freddy's. My entire consumption of Five Nights at Freddy's is watching Markiplier play it. I am weird. I am weird. Where do leaves go? Leaves go in Flora. There we go. Inventory emptied. I love his yearly videos. He gets his mum to play it. Aww. I could not get my mum to do that. I don't think she'd be interested, is the main thing. She'd just sit there quiet, confused the whole time. She doesn't really understand the 3D model we have. People watch you play video games? Why would they do that? Why would they waste their time on you? You don't understand. Anyway, the next plan. We've done our lighting. Next thing on the docket is over here. It's going to be our next house. Exact same block palette as that, nothing special, but it's going to be an interesting shape to fit into here. Because it's sort of diagonal, so it might be an L shape. We'll probably have to remove some of the grass here. I don't want to do too much landscaping, but I'll remove a layer of dirt if needed. Hi, nerd. Are you calling me a nerd? You home eating sushi? Drinking sake. I pronounced that right, didn't I? I'm so smart. We should date, totally. Huh? A counter question to ask. Why would people watch sports instead of playing the sport themselves? Unfortunately, I'm not rich enough to drive a Formula 1 car. As much as I would love to. I want cobblestone. I want cobblestone. I don't know how much I'll need. I'll bring 3 stacks. Let's get spruce logs. That's 2 stacks. 2 stacks. And some dark oak stairs. I want to get a frame in. I'm the smartest person ever. Yippee! Samantha nerd. Just steal one. Oh, yeah. It never occurred to me to do that. They'll never see it coming. They'll never realize. I don't have 150 million next bits goal. Subathon stretch goal. Get me an F1 team. What was I after? Dark oak stairs. That's not going to be enough dark oak stairs. We've got loads of dark oak though. We can just make more. That'll be enough. That's good for now. That should be enough to get us a frame of a building. I have no clue what the second floor is going to look like. We need to figure out the Bottom floor first. First floor, ground floor, first floor. That's one thing that I've always hated. Ground floor makes sense. Oh, if this lags, sorry, not sorry. Uh-oh, should I be worried? What's Oni doing? What's Oni doing? I don't know. Ah! Billy! Welcome on in! You're 58 years old. That's months, you doofus. Thank you so much for the continued support. Once again, at tier 3, bit insane. And enjoy your emotes. Thank you so much. Let's have a fun idea. Save Aston. Or keep streaming. I think, yeah, Aston Martin might be beyond saving. I think we're gonna have to destroy this tree. Or we could just build into it, you know, get rid of the leaves. It grows up against the building. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks wide, so a bit narrow. But it can work. May destroy that tree though, because we can do an L shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it a bit square. And we can go up to here, the logic being there's a bit of a hill on this side. We don't want to build into it. This tree will probably go. How's it go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm thinking a little winding path. Well, not really winding. A little bit of a curved path over to here. This can be the door. Like that. What if you're coming from this side? It'll probably have to be something like that. We can put a lamppost or something here to encourage people to walk around it instead of through the grass. This will go. The tree is gonna have to go. We're gonna have some nice little windows here looking out, you know, straight across the floor. We buy enough Red Bull's drinks as merch, the team might be able to get the funding for a better car. I like how Red Bull, the drink, is the merchandise. I have a complaint to submit. I didn't answer your DMs. Oh no. Why would I do that? Yeah, I'm gonna destroy this tree. I've seen your progress on the little app. It's been fun to watch. Get in there. Oh, no, don't push me. I know I push you all the time, but it's because you're in the way. So I've got 4. And then this is a 5. In terms of scale. How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So odd. Okay, I mean, it works. I think it works. Oh. Counter idea. Put the doorway here. We can have a window looking out there. Ha ha ha. I really am a genius. There we go. And we can also get rid of that. We can grass that one up. So I want this to be a narrow pathway. It's narrow on purpose. I think that works. Just making sure the curve feels right for when you're walking into it. We don't need this subtle lighting anymore. Away with you. Wouldn't say no to a pallet of Red Bull. Oh, I haven't had an energy drink in so long. My favorite energy drink was Monster Energy Ultra Sunrise, which I was drinking when I came up with my pony Sona, which is why she's called Sunrise. It's like my first Xbox username was Oreo Munch, because at the time I was munching on Oreos. I am very creative. But now I'm not much of an energy drinker. God, with my sleep schedule, could you imagine? Could you imagine an energy drink on top of it? My chosen fluids is strawberry Pepsi. Good flavor. I believe it might still only be available in the UK. But it's a very nice flavor. I think that's trimmed somewhat accurately. Right, how tall will the ground floor be? Billy on a 7 stream streak. Hey! Anybody that keeps up a stream streak at the moment, I'm impressed, simply because of my inconsistency. I am gonna put a window out here, and it's gonna be the kind of window that the, whoever lives in this house complains about, because there's a bloody tree in the way. Who put that there? Cool. I bet this was Mr. Copper's doing. Jellios on an 8 stream streak. Ooh. Stop, shout, blah, blah, I can't talk today. Can you tell it's been a while? Shark likes Monster Nitro. Mm. Monster Viking Berry. Swedish. Mm. Your body is 90% Volvic Teal Lemon and Volvic Teal Lemon or Peach, or Volvic Touch at this point. And hello, Oni. Stay hydrated. Let's have a potion of the Defender. Nom nom. Because I've had a can of Pepsi already and I finished it. So I'm down to my water. My can of Pepsi, which I keep in my Samantha Says can cooler, and my water, which I keep in my Samantha Says bottle. Now available at shop.samanthasays.net. You know the best part about having a shop is just turning it into a bit. Just turning it into a dumb bit like that. Oh boy. I mean, hey, I got all of these samples. I might as well use them as a walking advertisement. I went to an appointment. I had a little appointment I had to go to. When I got there, they noticed, you know, I've got the same logo on the bottle and the shirt and the hat. They're like, what's that about? I was like, oh yeah, that's me. That's mine. I got all these samples. I'm not gonna make them go to waste, you know? Oh boy. I stick my whole tongue out when I drink Pepsi? No. I was saying earlier, Shark, that like, when else am I gonna stick my tongue out other than when I go after a nice drink? When else would it ever be appropriate for me to stick my tongue out? And at the same time, I have the ability to stick my tongue out. I can't let it go to waste, can I? Like a hamster. Congrats, Chelios! Did the boss fight. Nice. Was that in Warframe, you said? Or am I a fool and misremembering? Window. Oh, you know what I would like to see? A wooden framed window. Yes, this is something from Hytale. But it would be nice, you know, just so I can chop that off and not have a... Well, I mean, that wouldn't work, actually, because that would be in the middle and you'd have a gap between the door. Okay. Another idea. A door that goes in the middle of the block. Nah, that feels not very Minecraft, is it? Probably not. I mean, instead of a middle window, I would prefer... So we have a window here, we can look out, see people's feet, see Winona's snoot. And here we can look out, see the farm, see that on the horizon, big moon base. I've heard of a moon base, but this is ridiculous. Oh boy. I think here we can... Well... Can't get much out of a window there, can we? Winona, I need to place wood there. Winona, I just had a go at you for pushing me. Now I need to push you. Who put this tree there? I can't see a darn thing. Nice. So let's get the frame of the next floor in. To continue what I was saying, when I got incredibly sidetracked by building the house, I've always been confused by ground floor, first floor. Surely the ground floor is the first floor. But then you say, well, this is the first floor above the ground floor. That makes sense. But then I listen to the Americans. They don't have a ground floor. They have a first floor and a second floor. But we have a ground floor and a first floor. I'll just blame the Americans. They confused me. When all else fails, you mix and match. So you're not even consistent with it. Oh no, that's even worse. I was thinking when all else fails, blame the Americans. Maybe I can't. That's called America. Yeehaw! I like that Americans all sound like they're doing an accent, like they're appearing on TV. I'm American. This is my television voice. Yeehaw. Red-tail hawk noise. Because he... What? Red-tail hawk noise here, because eagles don't make cool noise. Don't McKay. Oni, do you want to try that again? No. I respect that. I actually respect that. Oh, who planted these trees here? I know what you mean, yeah. The thing with the iconic eagle noise not actually being how eagles sound. We can't really do a national bird, because going to town, everything's just a seagull. We don't want our national bird to steal our chips. That won't stop it, though. Right. Canada has a turkey. Ooh. Oh, yeah, we have swans. Ours is swan, isn't it? Is that a national bird, or is that just a bird that the Queen loved? What's the story behind the swan? Thing is, we don't need it to be... That's the Queen's bird. She may come back and save us. Oh, may she come back and save us? We're just holding on to the swans for her, just in case she comes back. But I'm thinking we could have this section as not rude. Corgis too. Good old tiny corgis. Oh no, I destroyed these leaves for nothing. So I don't actually know how I'm gonna manage this transition, so I'm just gonna do that for the moment, and I'll replace these when the moment comes. So second floor will be just this section. Which means we can have a nice little small roof here. I can see it. I can see it coming together. I think. The furry goblin screams. What was I just talking about? Why the furry goblin screams? Eagles sound like seagulls. Your son. Oh. I see. Kit only has a son named Kit. Found him in a bin, I believe. Rigged. Was rigged. Oh, Jelios' weapon broke on the Dune Racer. Darn. I am looking forward to the day. Kit is the boy, yes. I'm looking forward to the day when I can do an Elder Scrolls Online playthrough here. Or just Elder Scrolls playthroughs in general. I just need more time in the schedule. I need more stream days before that, but I want to do some fun little just play through the stories. Because I love Elder Scrolls. For someone that loves Elder Scrolls so much, it's wild that I don't stream it. It's a bit insane. A big reason for it being, it's my favorite little offline game. It's fun. Initially, it was, you know, I got big streaming zombies. There's not much of a crossover in audience between zombies and Elder Scrolls. So I kept Elder Scrolls as my fun little offline game. No zombies in Minecraft. Surprisingly, there is. You'll be surprised what the crossover between zombies and Minecraft is like. Because it's Call of Duty. Call of Duty and Minecraft. You can kind of see where the audience might overlap. But with Elder Scrolls, there's not really that overlap. But now I'm at the point where I don't really care about there being an overlap. Yeah. So now I'm just waiting till I have time in the schedule. I want it to be... like, I'm gonna have 1 day of guaranteed Minecraft, of Hypermine. And I want at least 1 day of guaranteed Elder Scrolls. An idea I was thinking was Minecraft Monday, Tamriel Tuesday. Something as simple as that. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday can be whatever we're feeling. Could be a new game, could be... it could be more Minecraft, more Elder Scrolls, depending. That's the long-term goal. Other similar crossovers in audiences I've noticed over the years. Borderlands, well, this was probably more at the time. Borderlands and Binding of Isaac had a surprising crossover in audience. When Dead by Daylight launched, that one had sort of mass appeal. Can't reach. It's interesting. It's interesting, and at the time, you know, 10 years ago, when we started, it's close to 11 years now. When I started and we were getting, I peaked at like 30 concurrent viewers as my average back in the day, which I'm still so proud of. That was great. If I never reach those numbers again, I'm very honored to have reached them at one point. That was brilliant. Around then, I took it, I really wanted to keep on growing and quickly transition into full-time as quickly as I could. So that's when I was caring a lot more about bringing audiences over to a new game I was interested in, and there was just no way I could do that to Elder Scrolls. But times have changed, not just in mindset, but also in interest, and a lot of people here know I'm obsessed with Elder Scrolls. So I think a lot of people would just be... there would be a small audience of just people that are interested to see me play the Elder Scrolls. Jelios wants a random piece of Elder Scrolls lore. Sorry, I rambled on for so long. Random piece of Elder Scrolls lore. This is both lore and development, fun fact. Centaurs exist in the Elder Scrolls. They are in the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Are they in Arena? I don't think they're in Arena. They're definitely in Daggerfall. And they were going to be in the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. But development constraints sort of stopped that. There's a very strong likelihood that they would have had interactions with the giants. Because they're both sort of nomadic. Imagine a giant versus centaur war. That'd be fun. Damn, they added FEV to Tess? If only. You mean the Skyrim space program? Yeah. Here's not lore, but a fun fact. They fixed that bug. They fixed the giants launching you into space. And people complained, so they unfixed it. Same with the putting a bucket on someone's head to steal. Put a bucket on their head and they can't see you and just go about their shop and steal everything. They also fixed that, but then undid it because people loved it so much. So yes, Elder Scrolls games are buggy, but sometimes it's actually on purpose. If it's not game-breaking, if it's the kind of thing you do on purpose, or doesn't affect the game beyond your silly little death animation. And it's not a big deal sometimes. Whoop. Okay, let's have a look at the frame of this. I see the vision. I think we should work on... Oh, I have to shift. I have to shift to place it upwards. I think let's work on getting a roof here. I think if we raise that up one, we can begin this smaller roof about here. Little roof. Ow. And it can connect to there. Make sure these connect to it. Shpadoop and shpadoop. These are the official building sounds of the game. Gotta shpadoop it. There we go, little connection. Nice. The worry is that's the exact same color as that. Which you don't run into that issue with this design, you do there. So maybe this should be... I'll sort that out later. Roofs are hard. Roofs are hard. Thank you for the random lore. No worries. I need to pay more attention to chat. I'm getting distracted. Ooh-wee. Just never let it reach the PS3 levels of fix breaking it with backwards flying dragons and stuff. Thankfully not. Oh dear, oh dear. You know what I'm looking forward to with Elder Scrolls 6? I'm looking forward to seeing what big idea they have that they have to massively cut back on due to hardware constraints. So they did it with Morrowind wasn't really held back by hardware. They more just forced it to run on the 360, or on, was it original Xbox at the time? Yeah, original Xbox. Oblivion, they wanted arenas everywhere. That wasn't a hardware limitation, but closed cities was the hardware limitation of Oblivion. And then for Skyrim, they wanted a massive civil war. And that one was also a more of a hardware limitation thing, because they can't have that many NPCs doing what they wanted. And simulating the back and forth behind the scenes when the player isn't there. I could just change the outline. Would it look weird if I go to Dark Oak? That's my worry. If it'll blend in too much with the rest of the outline. Let's see. Whoop, upside down. And then it connects to that, which would be a different color. I think it could work. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try and find out. I'm not the best builder, so if something doesn't work, hey. Excuse me. If something doesn't work, then we tried and we learned. I don't even have my window open. What was that from? What was that from? Yeah, we'll stick with that, and we'll see how we feel. How do I want to go about this transition? Could just do the block there. Because I'm thinking something similar to this, have trapdoors underneath. It'd be funny if they implement a nightmare you can have when sleeping and it's just for Skyrim intro. Yes. I'd love that. You know there's gonna be so many Skyrim references. Arrow in the knee. I mean, when Elder Scrolls Online added Western Skyrim, they literally started it with a cutscene of you in the cart and the guy says, "You're finally awake. We just crossed the border." Slightly different dialogue, but... When did Oni get here? When did Oni get here? I don't want your feathers. Now I have to look in every single chest. My goodness. You guys were working with Oni, weren't you? Keeping me distracted. White dye. Did I put that white dye in there? Questioning my own actions. Okay, all sorted. I guess the feathers can go in mobs. We have a piercing arrow, so we get most of our arrows back anyway. Oh yeah, adventure ending arrow cosmetic, which is available now. You can earn that in the game. There's a cosmetic that's just literally an arrow sticking out of your knee. Brown egg. When did I get a breg? I don't want a breg. I'll throw that away. I'm not going to throw it because I don't want a baby chicken. What did I come here for? Trapdoors. Spruce trapdoors with 7. Wow. Perfect. Where's my spruce? Did we take all the spruce with us? Huh. That's enough. 19's enough just to get the vibe. We really need the Granny Sam emote. She's getting forgetful. No. I would get the Granny Sam emote, but I keep forgetting. Oh, we got a couple more ads coming in. As always, if you're not subscribed, thank you so much for sticking through those. Oh, I wanted dark oak, not spruce. But yeah, it really does help out the channel, the ads. The income from ads is way higher than I would have expected. As well as, you know, removing pre-rolls. If you guys want some numbers, some surprising numbers, someone go back in her VOD and show how she missed the feathers the first time. Did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm getting forgetful. I'm not noticing things. Dang. Anyway, if you guys want some numbers, about 3-hour stream, when we're at our usual, say, let's say about 10 viewers. When we get to about 10 viewers, a 3-hour stream of that gets me, a 3-hour stream of that gets me about 50p. Which is respectful for 10 viewers. Ooh. Yeah, that works. I know it's not a life-changing amount. But it adds up. And then if I stream for longer, we'll get more people in. And of course, that's considering half of you guys are subscribed anyway. It looks a bit weird that being low and then going up a bit. I'll just keep building. I'm going to keep working on this. And again, if things don't work, then we can just have the finished build and we can see in the future what works and what doesn't. So the roof tiles will be oak. So let's see if that works as well. What I did before, I did a double subscribe. No. I did, in Jan's server on the Pillow Fort, I did a village, and the whole idea behind that village was I wanted to stop building in squares and come up with some more unique designs. So I placed loads of weirdly shaped outlines, and some of them worked, some of them didn't. But when they are all together, the ones that look a bit off just end up feeling a little bit unique. So they're not hideous. I forgot what I came in for. What did I come in for? The stairs. Oakley stairs. So if it looks a little bit off, that'll be fine. It'll just be a quirky building. But the most important thing is it's learning experience. If you build something ugly, then you know how to build something that looks good. By not building that. Or you can, you know, pinpoint the good bits about it, see what worked, what didn't work, and think, what if I do it this way instead? I used to be good at parkour. Oops. Yes. I think that doesn't look too bad, and then the roof can be its own thing. We're getting it down, we're getting it down. Good thing we have oak, because that is the floor for the top floor. And ceiling for the bottom floor. Going back to ground and first floor, that's genuinely the reason why you'll see me saying bottom and top floor more often than ground, first, second floor. It's because I'm confused. We are out of wood. Out of oak. I'm not sure how many oak logs we have available. Ow. If we're out, we can just go to the log farm and check. Log farm? Tree farm would be more apt. The only reason I'm bad at parkour now is I expect to mantle. I think it is more to do with the about decade of not doing parkour. Oak. I can't wait to have an actual storage system. Where things are more clearly labeled and not sharing chests. I'm gonna need a big building for that though. Maybe a tower. I was thinking of doing a storage tower in Hytale. Because I haven't done a tower for storage. I've done things like, you know, convert a barn into storage. But I feel like a tower would be kind of cool. Put some lanterns down. I still don't know what to do with that. Oh, well, I guess this will be a roof. Or ceiling. And that'll be a wall. Let's fill in the gap. Otherwise, I will complain. How would that look from the outside? You might be able to see in there. So that can be... I'm not too sure. Why don't we just curve the stair? Boom, there we go. Now it can be oak, and it's fine. Fill in my gaps. Have I ever played an otherwise really good game? But the final boss was just bad. Not game, but DLC or expansion? Yes. Sometimes in ESO, unfortunately. Borderlands has had that. Final bosses of expansions have been a bit of a letdown. Depends on what you mean by bad. Like, is it not a satisfying fight? Is it too hard? Poorly balanced? Depends what's bad about it. I'm not sure if putting the roof in first is the right idea. But it's certainly an idea. We'll need a crafting table in the house anyway. Let's make half of it into stairs. I like how I've grown as a builder. So I mentioned before, when I started Minecraft, I was into redstone. So my bases were more... They were a lot more isometric? Is that the right word? Probably not. I was building shapes, geometrical. What's the word I'm looking for? Functional? I built really nice squares and perfect circles and pluses. And I just did a shape, and it was a very simplistic build. But I built it out of like quartz and stuff, so it looked cool. But it didn't look like the villages I can make now, and I am so happy. I couldn't build this 10 years ago. Cargo? Why do you always do this? I couldn't build like this 10 years ago. And it was, it was around the time, oh, I can't remember which update exactly. I did a couple years of comparators existing before I started to get a little bit bored of redstone. Like, things started getting too optimized. And I wasn't a fan of observers! Like, observers and stuff kind of took a lot of the joy out of redstone for me. Because you could compact things so much, and... I don't know, something about it I wasn't a fan of. And it's around that time I decided, let's start improving my building, because I'm a rubbish builder. I craved for clunk, yes I did. And I've improved, and I'm happy, and I'm not the best builder. But I'd like to think I'm a good builder. Ow. Anyway, back to the bosses with, Oop, it's scrolling up my OBS. OBS is blocking. With Divinity OS2. Not really the final boss, but more the final room. You have to spell the word power by pulling on levers all across the big room while constantly being attacked by enemies. That's like Destiny raid boss level, isn't it? Damage phase. Okay, now you do the hokey pokey. You count the red dots on the wall. You interpret the red dots into a alien language. And then we can do the next damage phase. Did you clip the dancing cargo? Cargo's still going. Still going. Wait. This is the perfect opportunity for this. This is the perfect opportunity for this. I love this resource pack. It looks better when the HUD isn't as big. If I shrink it, make it tiny. Oh boy, I can't read. Why do I have this? Why not? It felt like the perfect thing. And then you stack it all on top. Oh, jeez. Isn't it great? Gee, why did I make this so tiny? There we go, now it's normal size. That is, that's available on Vanilla Tweaks. Down in their little silly section. If you want, if you want fun times, then you can install that onto your spyglass. Right then, cargo. What are you spinning on? Because typically you see this kind of behavior when you're on top of a fence, but you're not even on a fence. You're just on a block. Hiya! Hello, Borg. Do you want to go up or down? There you go. We need to make stables. For Cargo's sake, it feels like Cargo's going a bit insane. Maybe Cargo's been drinking the water. The river might not be sterile. Safe to drink. Borg, you know you turned your skin, you made it coppery for the copper update? Potable, that's the word. I'm very bad at words, if you can't tell. But Borg, you made your skin coppery for the copper update, now you need to make your skin baby for the baby update. It just makes sense. I'm not sure where I want the staircase to be. Maybe just starting about here. Have a little staircase going up. I'll build that now. So we don't have to keep going outside. Ow. You should make a baby Borg skin. Yes. Be the change you want to see in the world. I'm so glad I brought this up. They're putting chemicals in the water that make the friggin' donkeys spin. Goodness, this looks weird. This is a weird floor. Should we put the wall in? Let's put the wall in. Bloody Benjamin Button he is. The 1 pixel eye. The 1 pixel width eyes. Oh, they'll be creepy. Imagine someone like Baby Corrales. Sandstone. Smooth sandstone. Thank you, thank you. We can put the apple away to keep the doctor away. Soul lantern, I don't know where that belongs. I put the sapling in the flora chest. And take another stack of smooth sandstone. It's similar to keeping your muscles, you know, well oiled. When I don't speak, when I'm not streaming, I'm hardly talking to people. So in the same way that not getting exercise will not be good for your muscles, not speaking make word go hard. It's the kind of thing that just over time gets improved. One thing I notice as well is my movement, because I should be exaggerating my movements a lot, but like the first day back after a break is always... I'm a lot more static. When I stop today, I'll see like 8 messages from you. Heck yeah, I look forward to them. Do I want 1 window or 2? 1 window or 2? 1 window here, I think. How does 2 look here? Nah, 1 window at the front. 2 windows at the back. 1 fish, 2 fish. Eh. The downside to me always keeping my spyglass is when I miss a block. Woo, woo, woo. Awkward zoom in. I hope that's not annoying for you guys, because I've completely blanked it out of my vision. It's like my nose, I don't notice it. Why don't we make the window big? Oh, big, beautiful view. And that can be a little mustache window. I don't think I'll keep that. Could be a little L shape. How does that look from the outside? Is that too weird? Not really. It's unique. Nobody's gonna buy a boring, samey house. Gotta have a unique house. I definitely like big window. The question is this wall. How can I window this wall where the view makes sense? Because we can't have anything here. We could have like a giant bookshelf or some shelves or something there. So that a lack of a window doesn't look too off. I just want to make sure this looks sort of symmetrical, and it does. It's in the middle-ish. There's this 1/4 of a block we can see. But hey-ho. I think it works, as is. That was a good guess on my part. Ow. I didn't use maths for that. Just guessed. Oh, Julius goes fishing. A rare azurine flounder. Why does that sound like it's from Cold Harbor? Did I typo that? Is it supposed to be Azurian or Azurine? I don't think I did typos. I think I've sorted everything out. Now we need windows along here. That's what I thought. Oh, the owner of this house is going to be so mad about the trees. If we chop down that tree, would it be the end of the world? No. It wouldn't really be destroying the feel of the woodlands, because there's enough around. So I'd be fine getting rid of that tree in the future. In the future, of course, not right now. Trying to think. Well, that's going to have to be dark oak. We do something like that. Does that look too dark? Because I feel like looking at this, the top bit looks too flat. And normally I would put a window there, but I can't put a window there. As Jelios repairs his weapon and is broken by a bear. Jelios, you are just unlucky. It's not rigged. I promise. This is the kind of thing I struggle with. When there's a flat wall, I don't have many tools to unflatten it. I don't know the best ways to give it depth that makes sense. We need some kind of depth here that makes sense. Windowsills would be a nice addition. There's something. Add little... Basically, take, for Minecraft, remove the half slab on the bottom of this block and give us just a little quarter tube block thing. And then you could put it here floating as like a... You know, imagine this without the bottom half. That could be a nice little windowsill. And it could be used for tubes or something. There's a block idea. When will I finally play Insert Trending Game here? I need to grow my brand. Well, Raid Shadow Legends. Maybe. I'll only play games that I like. There are some games that I won't stream. If there is zero interest in a game that I'm streaming, this happened recently with Peak. I love playing Peak. But if nobody's watching, it's a waste of stream time, so... The exception to that would be The Elder Scrolls. I will gladly play The Elder Scrolls with nobody watching. I don't care how badly it messes up retention or anything. I'm gonna need more leaf blocks to fill that in. What is a way to add some depth? I'm trying to think of like windowsill ideas that would fit, because we have... Do I have a light block? I have smooth sand, so... Imagine that's dirt. That looks too big. That looks too big for... floating. Could be... leaves? Yeet. Where are you yeeting? Oh. Only yeeted out of existence. Dang. A rain drainage pipe. Is that a suggestion, or is that a use for my chopping the stairs in half? Dibs on Oni's cat. Dang. We're already going through the will. I did have a thought. What about... if we remove this tree, and we just put some... what are they called? Those leaves with flowers on them. Ow. It will come to me. It will come to me. Or maybe it won't. Azalea leaves. What do we have? Oh, we don't have any flowering azalea? I've got the bushes. Well, this is flowering azalea. I was thinking of having some of the flowered leaf blocks up there and give them a little support. How do I get azalea leaves from an azalea tree? Does anybody sell azalea on the server? You grow them with bone meal. Also, hello, Wildy Coyote. I am completely blanking on azalea. Do they have saplings, or do they grow from these bushes? Do I bone meal that? Or do they have a sapling? Bushes, so this. They grow from the bush. Good to know. $39 bone meal is more than enough. I'm gonna grow it out here. Yay! Thank you, everyone. Oh yeah, and it turns that into rooted dirt, is it called? Yes, rooted dirt. Let's empty out the old inventory first. So we can pick up the leaves. Maybe bring over the shears. Just do it quickly. What don't I need? Just organize that a bit better. I don't need a moss carpet. Does that go in there? That goes in the bottom shelf. The rest of that can stay in there. I mean, that's enough blocks. That's fine. Not Samantha Sparks, Samantha Snips. That's what we want. It needs repairing a little bit. Car goes at it again. Why? Why is cargo like this? Why do the donkey do? Thank you, Borg. Should I say thank you every time someone sleeps? What the heck? Oh, hi! Sorry, I didn't see you there. How long were you standing next to me? Ta-da! Give me my bushes. And that's everything it looks like? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 19 flowering azalea leaves. Excellent. You got a stinky baby in your lap? Well, that has to be B. Shark sashimi has cats. Just for context. Gears Tactics currently just makes you want a new XCOM. I liked watching people play XCOM. I have it, and I might have tried to play it once. I don't know if... I definitely prefer watching it over playing it. Well, now you can't see the leaves. Does that look too weird? Is that too much? Considering we'll have some bushes down here. Let's put some. Let's also put some around this house too. Why not? Give you a little bush. Winona! Don't ghost block my leaves. I'll just do that for now. Just for the moment. I'm overthinking this. A classic. You just want something like XCOM, but without percent chances. Go with 40k. Mechanicus. I'll keep that for now. I'm still not sure on it. Oh, can I... put my shears away? There we go. I'll just stick with that for now. Again, I'll just come back with a fresh pair of eyes, see how it feels. Oh, I'll need a lantern somewhere out here. I need a light source. The door is off-center. I like that. I like off-center. Aww. No, Billy, you're losing XP. What are the percentage odds on the block? Let me check for you. You gain more than you lose with the block. Again, all of the mini-games have about the same earn rate of XP. Endurance. Block. Let's load the code. That's the wrong command I'm looking at. This one. Earning it. I'm trying to understand my own code. Aha! Billy, do you want to know what percentage rolls you just failed 3 times in a row in that block minigame? You have about a 25% chance to fail the block. So you've rolled 25% 3 times in a row. Congratulations! Now, speaking of XCOM, the worst code is always your own. It made sense as soon as I got it. I just had to remind myself how I was thinking. Yeah, it's a 75% chance to succeed. And then 25% chance to miss and lose the XP. Because I wanted one minigame. I wanted one minigame that you have a chance of losing XP as a risk. I know that will make it unpopular, but playing by averages, you'll still gain XP at the same rate as every other minigame. Just this one has big gains and big losses. Let's get some spruce slabs. I want to finish the roof. Finish that thin strip on the top. Doopity-doo-doo, doopity-doo-doo. I would love... Why, every time I go in here, I go straight to the ores chest. Every single time. Why do I do that? What was I saying? One thing I would love in Minecraft is more music variety, and I know they are working on that. Every other update, they tend to add in some new music tracks. Ow. But then you think, how many times have we heard this specific track today? Because a lot of the soundtrack is biome specific. So there are some songs that will only play in like a snow biome. There are some songs that will only play in the various amounts of plains biomes. But it does mean that there's a solid chunk of the soundtrack that we can't listen to if we stay in our base. You're looking to calculate it, but no online calc does series. Ah. I know there's a trick. I know there's a trick to calculate X odds X amount of times. But I always forget the trick, so I am no help here. Does that stick out too far? I think instead of stairs, I will go with... Because that doesn't stick out at all. I want that one to stick out. Instead of stairs, we'll go with shelves. Good old shelves. The best invention since spruce trapdoors. We just need 2 of them. I'll put the dirt in the dirt chest. Boop, boop. Oh, sunrise is pretty. Can't wait to see it with vibrant shaders, vibrant visuals. That's something you had no idea about. Ooh, learning. Wonder if they'll make music that can play in a biome. Data-driven. It might already be data-driven? If it's not already, that's the perfect question for Voodoo Beard. I know that there are mods that completely remove the biome requirement for songs, so every song can play everywhere, but those are a bit too heavy-handed for my liking. Specifically, a good chunk of them will play cave music above ground, which doesn't work. There are some songs that don't really fit certain biomes, so if there's a mod out there that's more customizable, or that doesn't have as heavy-handed a touch, then I would love to install one of those. Also, hello Mojo if I hadn't said hello. Welcome on in. Look at that, see? If a full block or a staircase looks like too much for sticking out, try a bookshelf. They are good, they stick out further than a trapdoor. Gives you that little bit of depth. I like. Back up we go. Let's get this in for some smoother lines. There we go. I need something up there. Question is that going to be sandstone? Or log? It might be log. Winona, careful down there. Kind of flattens it out a bit. Maybe it will be sandstone. It'll be sandstone. Get that point in there. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing alright. For a little recap, the problem has been the sleep schedule. That's been the consistent problem. The good news is this year, this entire year, January, February, March, I have not gone nocturnal. I have not gone nocturnal at all, which is a massive improvement. The problem has been I've been consistently waking up in the afternoon still, so I don't want to start doing evening streams when I know that, you know, once I get my sleep schedule sorted, 3 o'clock will be my start time. So I've been slowly working on pushing it back, and I've been working on it. I'm happy with it. Still plenty to go. I haven't woken up in the morning yet, but I did wake up at... I had my alarm set for 12, I got up within half an hour. That's progress. That's progress. Coming back on the day where you'll get 1 hour less sleep. Now that's the genius thing, Mojo. The clock's changed. So I just adjusted my alarm for it. I moved my alarm counter to the clocks. So it was nice and gentle for me. I know what I'm trying to say. Billy, you failed 25% 4 times in a row. That's why I was so slow checking the code, because I was like, this is 25% for a failure, right? That's not 25% for a success. I am correct. Oh dear. Poor luck. Jelios consistently wakes up at 11:30. Going to bed at 3 a.m. It's slow progress, but it's progress nonetheless. And the fact that I haven't gone nocturnal in 3 months is genuinely a massive improvement over the last few years. I've never been this consistent with my sleep schedule. So wondered why you felt tired today. Didn't they change yesterday? Not like last night. Didn't they change on Sunday? Midnight of Saturday to Sunday? Or am I a fool? Mojo, are you just very tired today? Maybe. Maybe. Anyway. It looks a bit wonky. But not enough for me to want to redo everything. I think it sort of works. I don't know if works is the right word. It doesn't look bad. There may be some awkward bits to it. Like this window is slightly off-center to that window, but does that matter? Got the weird downward bit there. Second floor feels massive. First floor. The top floor feels massive. That's a problem I have with a lot of things. I tend to incorporate the roof into the top floor. So maybe I should do a shallower roof for the next building. Yeah, I think we'll do a shallower roof next time. Yay, you blocked the attack! Good job. Let's clear out our inventory. I want to get some glass panes in the windows. I love the minigames. I'm gonna be so gutted when we have more people in the chat and I have to do something about the minigames. So I don't want the minigames getting lost, and I don't want, you know, a dozen people doing the minigames all at once. I guess the easiest thing to do without changing the minigames being in chat would just be raise the cost of them. Music is data-driven. Sounds.json. Is it JSON or JSON? Jason! How do you say Jason? Feel free to write in at P.O. Box. Oh, I've had people ask me in the past to get a PO box. People want to send me things. It costs money to get a PO box. I don't have money. I keep spending it on pictures of myself. Azalea leaves. Wunderbar. I think we're good on the stone for the moment, so the cobble can go back in there. A lot of this wood I'm going to take back out for building, but I just want to clear everything out. Get our inventory nice and sorted so it's not all clumped together the next time. Sticks can go in our purse. Soul lantern, I don't know where it will go. I guess I'll shove it in the ore box. When all else fails, put it in the ore box. Grass. Spruce logs. In the bottom. Spruce's bottom? Yeah, spruce's bottom. Glass. Glass, glass, glass. Glass panes. I would like some more than 7, please. I don't know if 23 will be enough. I'll bring the rest of the glass with us. Weird, it rendered as a URL. Twitch always does that. Like Diva from Overwatch. If you put a dot and then literally anything, it doesn't matter if it's a valid URL or not, it will turn it into a hyperlink. Oops. Twitch is very eager to get you off-site, it seems. We do need more. Just 4 more. Ah, what a wonderful view. God, this guy's fuming about this house. Looks a bit weird. Half the windows don't work. And he's got a rivalry with Mr. Copper as well. Ugh. It's not going well for whoever lives in that house. Designing it kind of generally, your little app thingy. So you can publish a project on GitHub. Hey! I'm not sure what you mean by designing it kind of generally. You mean making sure it makes sense to someone else that looks at it? You need to go and eat. Hey, I'll be eating soon too as well. Thank you for stopping by, Mojo. Let's get this new house rendered on the map. There we go. There it is. That's our new house right there. Wait, whoop. Goodness me. I wanna get a zoom in on that. That house. That's what we just built. I love having a little map that you update. It's so nice. It's so good. Designing it not just for me, you mean by it? Okay. More general purpose. I see what you mean. Makes sense. Gonna play some more Gears Tactics, eh? You guys aren't the only ones winding down, but don't go anywhere just yet. Because I want to look for a raid. I want to raid someone. But it's been about 3 hours. We've hit our nice little target. Hey! I've seen the viewer count as well. That's very nice. I'm going to raid Corgi. I want to raid Corgi. It's been a while since I've raided Corgi, but first I'm going to throw links in the chat. Where are my links? Where are my links? Follow that, links.samanthasays.net. That will take you to our website with links to everywhere you can find us. Follow on Twitter, join the Discord. I'll always announce every single time we go live. And if you stick around for the raid, you get 250 bonus points. There we go. So, Thank you all so much for coming along. Thanks for the subs. All those resubs, Jelios, Merc, Billy. It's much appreciated. Everyone that came out as well. You don't have to subscribe. Just being here is wonderful to hang out with you all. But until next time, it may be next Monday. It may not be. We'll see. Until next time, take care of each other.